My name is Billy Larimore, and I'm the Technical Director for Madison Opera.
My name is Jill Krynicki. I am the Production Stage Manager at Madison Opera. For Opera in the Park, I am the Event Manager and the Stage Manager. As the Event Manager, I am in charge of planning all the logistics and equipment and personnel, and then as the Stage Manager, during the performance, I'm in charge of sending people on stage and making sure the lights and sound are all in the appropriate cues when the singers are out there.
My role at Opera in the Park is Technical Director, and what that entails is coordinating all the technical aspects of Opera in the Park other than the artistic performances.
It takes about over 100 people, I would say, if you're including everyone on stage,
Spotlight operators,
all the volunteers,
sound operators,
all the crew,
people who take care of the artists,
staff,
operators of lighting consoles, and we have people like myself that are there on site during the show to make sure that everything runs smoothly.
That's about 100 people. We start getting the park ready on the Monday before the performance.
We actually physically start loading 2 days before Opera in the Park. The day before the show, we do a 5-hour load-in, which includes setting the stage, building scaffold towers, running all the power, which is all generated power. We use no landline power. And then the day of the first rehearsal, we're in that day hanging lighting, finalizing sound setup, catering, all the aspects of taking care of the VIP, parking, street signs. Then of course we do our rehearsal on Friday night, and we come in Saturday afternoon to make sure that all aspects of the technical portions of the show are ready to go for the show.
The weather, the weather, the weather, the weather. That is our mantra, starting from the very beginning, is hoping for the weather. So we'll start with a sound check a few hours before this concert so that the sound crew has time to work on the EQ of each voice so that it sounds as natural as possible coming out of the speakers. But it does take time, especially with the singers, but also we've mic'd the orchestra and the chorus. So you will be able to hear what you hear at the back of the park should be the same as what you hear at the front of the park. Well, they might be surprised to know that we start planning Opera in the Park in December of the previous year. So I'm actually working on Opera in the Park as the event manager for about 7 to 8 months before we actually start.
I think one of the things that a lot of people don't understand is the management of the facilities, being able to have a route to bring in the humongously heavy stage, which is on the back of a semi, and being able to route it in the park so that we don't destroy the park. My favorite part of Opera in the Park is getting through the performance with no technical difficulties and hearing the response of our audience in the park at the end of the show.
You know, it has to be when the music starts, because that for me is those 7 to 8 months of work all culminating into it actually worked.